Catwoman is back again, causing trouble for the Dark Knight in Cult of the Cat. This would be Selina Kyle's final New Batman Adventures appearance and only her second episode of the revamped season. Is it a worthy send-off for one of Batman's most well-known frenemies? Let's find out right meow. Sorry. Selina is on the run from a cat-worshipping cult who she just stole a golden kitty statuette from. Their soldiers are relentless and keep chasing her out of their compound and into downtown Gotham. Kyle goes to Batman for help, but even he isn't able to stop the tenacious cultists from abducting her. The Caped Crusader now has to track down the group's headquarters before Catwoman is sacrificed at the altar of their god. This was a very by-the-numbers Catwoman story. At this point in the series, after seeing the character go through so much just to end up the way she did in TNBA, it was a letdown. In her only appearances this season, she seems to have fully reverted back to and embraced her villain status. I know she's supposed to be morally ambiguous, but if you look at where she was in the middle of her arc in BTAS to now, she's a lot less interesting and isn't given much to do from a character development perspective. It all just seems old hat with the constant questioning of whose side is she really on. Who cares? If you keep asking the same question over and over and there is no real answer, sometimes that question starts to lose its meaning. She's on her own side, like always. Selina's a manipulator that you know always has an ulterior motive. That's why I really like the twist in You Scratch My Back, where the Bat family outsmarted her. In Cult of the Cat, Batman starts off on the right foot.
Let me guess. You needed a warm place to spend the night. I know of one. Jail.
But ends up falling for the same old trick for the 100th time. You can't trust Catwoman, rinse, repeat. Maybe that's why she showed up so rarely this season. There wasn't much left to do with her. Paul Dini and Stan Berkowitz co-conceived this story, with the latter writing the teleplay. Butch Lukic returned from You Scratch My Back to direct the other Catwoman story for the revamped batch of installments. It is a nice-looking episode, and I like the cat cultist costume designs and Wolverine claws. The only downside to all that black in everyone's suits is sometimes they get lost in a shadow blob when overlapping. There's also some notable cell dirt here, especially in this close-up of Catwoman's eyes and on this metal door. We do get one great scene with Batman interrogating one of the cultists in the Batcave. I love how this turned out.
Tell me where Catwoman is. You're fond of cats, aren't you? Maybe you'll like my favorite animal.
This was awesome. The scene is enhanced by Christopher Carter's music, too. Just stinks that it wasn't in a better episode. In the comics, Thomas Blake, the leader of the cult, is the villain Catman.
Catman!
No, not that one. That would have been better. They've tried to turn Blake into more of a semi-reformed good guy over the years, but he's overhauled as something completely different here. Considering how far they sometimes went into goofy territory in these final 24 episodes, maybe having the actual Catman show up would have been fun. Hey, if they could have the Condiment King make enough sense in BTAS, why not Catman in TNBA?
Catman!
After getting the location information out of one of the cultists, Batman breaks into the group's compound and tries to rescue Catwoman, who talked her way out of being sacrificed and is about to be initiated into their organization. Looking to stay and steal more of their expensive items, she knocks Batman out just as the group's leader walks in. Thinking she's proved herself, some henchmen take the unconscious Batman to their pit. The cult still needs blood to sanctify the once-stolen statue, and Bruce fits the bill. He's attacked by a large, genetically mutated feline as all of the cultists look on. Before Batman bites the dust for good, Catwoman jumps in to save him. Taking control of the mutant, Selina sicks it on the watching cultists, and the destruction of the building begins, during which Batman has a showdown with Blake, and Kyle fights Thomas's right-hand woman. Eventually, Blake is taken down by his own monster, and his cult of the cat is defeated. Later, Commissioner Gordon is talking with Batman about how it seems many of the group's prizes are missing from the compound. Cut to Paris, where Selina sits on a bed with her feline friend Isis, surrounded by stolen diamonds and jewels. The centerpiece of her new collection is the golden statuette she took from the beginning of the story. We all know cats like Catwoman, but it's pushed a little too far here. This sort of felt like a storytelling crutch when they couldn't think of a better way for Selina to get out of trouble. The Panther likes her and chases off the cultists, covering her initial escape. Blake's cat jumps to Kyle's defense when another cat person threatens her, and that monstrosity even listens to Selina when she tells it to attack everyone else. Just seemed a little too convenient. It would have been a funny payoff if on the third instance, the mutant cat actually didn't listen to her and they had to come up with another way to get out. While this was Catwoman's last TNBA appearance, she would show up in the silent 6-minute short Chase Me, which was an extra feature on the Mystery of the Batwoman movie DVD. Oh, also Gotham Girls, but is that canon? We'll have to discuss it later. I think Cult of the Cat is a definite skip. There's not much interesting stuff happening here, and it feels like they were spinning their wheels with Selina Kyle around this period. My recommendation? Go rewatch some of her better episodes in the original animated series. Or just flip on some Catman.
Catman!